What's going on, folks and folkeettes? This is Ask Alax number 1. Originally, I used to do these in the Discord and just answered them in there, but upon request, and I also think it's just better format, I'm going to answer them personally so I can actually just keep going, because when it comes to text, I might just do it quickly, but I might have more to say about it when I'm just sitting here thinking about it, and it's better that way. So, I'm going to find the one I left off on. I think it's Jacqueline Insane would be the last one I didn't answer. Do you think you'll make a Mii fighter after seeing the power of Mido-chan? So this was on stream. Mii Brawler is actually... Okay, Mii fighters, they're actually really good in Smash Ultimate. And I'm surprised because I was like, these guys are actually fun. Like, the Mii Sword Fighter, actually broken. And you'll see in my video coming up on Smash Ultimate's menus, man, oh man, it's just, the costumes can be so gross. In mine, it's this nasty Isabelle one with the bear suit. It's like, I'm wearing the carcass of Isabelle. And what do I think of a suck and fuck playstyle? Even, I'm not supporting the statement, where you suck them in as the blunderbuss as they fall and shoot. K. Rool is like, OP. It's like, in this game, in Ultimate, there are, I think it's well balanced. You'll have the strong, fast characters. Most of the time, like the swordsman, they have disjointed hitboxes, they're fast. Their weakness, no recovery. Their recoveries are pretty weak. You'll have crazy characters with a lot of projectiles, recoveries, but they suck at quick attacks and they don't have as many good things. Then you'll have people like K. Rool, who heavyweight, has armor, has projectiles, has a good recovery, has quick moves, has powerful moves. Like, guy, that's 7 things. So, anyways, Jay Brox. I don't remember your Ask Alax videos. What are those again? These are my Ask Alax videos. I never did them before, and now this is kind of the format, so it'd be a lot easier, and I'll do them weekly. That way, I can kind of just collect all the questions and say them all at once. Gazkul? I swear your name's something else. I am curious, at Jokermain, what are your predictions for the 4 other fighters? You know, now that you finalize your psychic link directly into Sakurai's brain, and have reached God tier with predictions. I did it with Alpharad, and this might change, but I have a feeling on Tracer. Sora, I'm kind of hit or miss on. I guess they never miss, huh? Who else was there? I think Frisk is going to be in, like, an Undertale rep. And the last one was not Goku. It can't be Goku. It just can't be Goku. And I think there's 5, right? Isn't there not 5? I think the Dragon Quest character, I think that's actually going to happen. I was thinking about it. Yeah, I feel like there's going to be a Fire Emblem. It might be Rex and Pyra. I'm just spitballing. There's like a handful of characters I think could happen. Because Joker I didn't think could happen, but it really depends on what they want to do, who said yes to their requests, because that you can't control. They may have wanted somebody, and if they said yes, it may have happened, but if the company's like, nah, it may not have happened. Strong Croc. Which do you prefer? Earthbound silly atmosphere with its more serious tone, saved until the end, or Mother 3's darker and more involved story being presented throughout? I do like both. Like, I'm not going to say one's better than the other's bad, but I do like Earthbound's better because it was quirky. Something that I don't get from a lot of RPGs. Mother 3's just, I don't know, it took me a while to get into it, and I don't know, I prefer Earthbound over Mother 3 just from my own personal experience. Gordoroni, that is your name. My friends asks, boys or girls? Girls. Yosh, why do you think Smash for Wii U became a not-so-good game? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know why it may have became a bad game, and I don't think it's a bad game. I just think, you know, a lot of the choices were made because of past games, and then looking back on them, they may not have been the best choices. They just may have seemed like the best choices at the time, and the only way you know it's a bad choice is if you experience it and you learn from it, right? That's true with everything. So in game design, I guess he had the roster available from the beginning. There's no point in playing the single player. Single player, he tried to change it, he tried something new. It wasn't as fun as the classic one. There was no single player story mode. Nothing to do as a single player. FD was the only available stage for 4 Glory. FD is a horrible stage for some characters, and I personally hate it. The roster, in my opinion, felt like it was balanced, so all characters were bad. All characters were yet to be incredibly safe to do attacks, otherwise you'd be punished. For other better characters that were faster or had kill options, because I don't even think the top tier characters were that good in the frame of all Smash games, because like Bayonetta probably wouldn't win against Brawl Meta Knight, like in my opinion, because Brawl Meta Knight was crazy. It just so happened that her design was combo-oriented, unlike all the other characters in the game, and that's why she was good. She made it a single-player game. What is my favorite cereal and why? Cheerios! I love Cheerios. Cheerios are just simple. I don't know what it is about them. It's probably like a childhood thing, but if I had to say some other ones, I haven't eaten cereal in a while because I'm not a fan of milk, but I'm trying to like... I like honeycombs. Is that an American thing? Honeycombs are so good. Reese's Puffs. Yeah, Reese's Puffs. I don't know what else. Oh, and Apple Jacks. I eat those just without like milk or whatever. Just a good snack. Brady. Did I say who asked that? Oh, I missed some. Pavs. So Reverb asked about the cereal. Pavs. What do you think of the reveal poster for the live-action Sonic the Hedgehog movie? My childhood's not ruined because, you know, the games are still going to be the games. They're going to do stuff with properties going into the next however long we live. They're going to take properties and milk them for whatever they are. And then everyone's going to forget about those things. The Mario, like, I don't define Mario by the live-action movie. That's just one of those funny little stains in its history, and it just so happens that, you know, this is going to be a stain we live through. It could be good! What if it's really good? Like, I have no, like, there's no story or writing, like, there's no way for us to know. So, I'm still, I know it's beat-ass ugly, but I'm kind of over ripping on Sonic, and I give everything a chance. Because... like, for example, Sonic Boom, hated those designs, but then come, what, like, the game, trash, I agree. I agree the game was not good, but you look at the show was amazing. The show was actually one of the better children's shows around that time it came out. Very funny, good writing, represented the characters accurately, in my opinion, so who's to say, like, it could be good. Brady, sorry. Saw your tweet and wanted to ask if you actually predict that you'll see Crash or Spyro. So I tweeted or retweeted something that said that both of those games are coming as a sale. The thing is, it's so hard to predict things, like, because Joker happened because he made ties with that company. I could totally see if they made ties with Naughty Dog and said, yo, Crash? And Sakurai's like, yeah, we want Crash. And they're like, alright, it could happen. It could very well happen. And I think Crash over Spyro, because Crash has more worldwide appeal. I heard that Spyro's not as popular in Japan from somewhere. But Crash has a moveset. Crash has stuff. A lot of references. Would represent Sony games as well, like honestly similar to how Pac-Man represents Namco games. So that's why I think Crash, and I should include him on that list. I need to make a final list because I'm very like set on Frisk. Tracer, give me a few more days to think that on, because I think Tracer would be a good crossover for Nintendo. Even though Overwatch ain't as popular as it is, it's pretty popular worldwide. It was popular when it came out. It was one of the best shooters, influential shooters from 2010 to 2020, like, bar none. Let's see here. I guess Fortnite. Major moron. I don't mean to bother you about this silly stuff, but I was wondering about... Oh, okay, so that doesn't matter. That was something else. It was about the mug reward, but I think he got it after. Have I finished World of Light by Control T, or from Control T? No! I'm on the first map still. I'm going to play it slowly. When I have my break after the next two videos, that is what I'm going to do. I have other games to play, like God of War, Hollow Knight. I want to play Katamari more, like when I don't play it on stream. Oh man, I have a lot of games to play. God damn it, I want to play Spider-Man. I want to play Nier Automata. Like, it's like two hands. Like, there's no way I'm going to get through this. Jesus. Cry Zeros, will you get more of Yeah Dancing with Yeah Friends? That Alax 2 intro was perfection. I mean, if they want to, like, I only do it when it makes sense. I don't want to overdo it with dancing, because I feel like I have lately. Like, just from my own point of view, I'm like, okay, enough of the dancing, dude. You did it for Joker, you did it for that video, you probably did it before with the other video. Yeah, I did it with the 3D world, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna back it up. Reverb, what do you think of the YouTube Rewind 2018 and the backlash behind it? It's like... there's no way you're gonna please everyone with the Rewind, but that one was just so disingenuous. It was just like, obviously Fortnite, obviously Ninja, why Will Smith? It's just like, YouTube is not, like, I've already accepted YouTube is not for the creators anymore, and I don't know why people are still trying to, like, speak that narrative, like, oh man, YouTube is about broadcast yourself. It's like, no, it's not. It's a corporation owned by Google, and they're gonna try and make the most money. Most people have the representation that's most PG, most normie, most casual, most whatever the word is. Like, I don't want to use normie or casual, you know? I don't want to make that, sprinkle bad words on top of that, or sprinkle a bad connotation on that. But, you know what I mean? They're just trying to grab the people that go on Facebook, the moms and dads that go on Facebook, the kids that barely use tablets. Like, it's not for us. It's not. It's for the most the people you see shopping in the mall, the people who get impressed when they're like, oh, look at that VR, wow, neat. It's not people who actually know the stuff. They don't care about that. They want YouTube to look like a brand, and that's how they want the brand to look. Not what it's actually. So, I've kind of already accepted that. I don't care. Like, YouTube, I'm not really a YouTuber. I'm going to go off on my own and be like, yeah, I started on YouTube, but when I go into my own future, wherever that takes me, like, YouTube's kind of... They need to straighten up their act if they want, like, the support of the hardcore YouTubers. Need to pull a Nintendo at that point. Oh, I missed you, Iron Infidel. What buffs, nerfs do you like, dislike overall? I'm assuming you mean from Ultimate. Let me see. So I can only really speak of characters I know and play. Overall engine, I like the speed. I love to be able to... I like the ability to be able to foxtrot. I like the ability to be able to short hop with all characters and have equal landing lag. Bowser is fast. Bowser is like unlike any Bowser. That's probably the coolest. Bowser and Yoshi, two of the worst characters in Melee, are some of the weirdest, I would say. They're really weird to play. And in all the games they just have play weird. Yoshi's jump crippled him. His egg throw crippled him. All his specials sucked ass. This game, Yoshi's specials are all utilizable. You can use the egg roll as a mix-up, because every time you land with the rolling egg, you can immediately change direction. It's actually astonishing. You can drop, boom, that way. You drop on platform, you can either go left or right as you land. It's just crazy as a mix-up tool, or just something to trip out your opponent. Egg throw, good for long range. Tongue, you can actually... I don't want to use GIMP because I just realized that it's a bad word. I didn't know it was not a safe word to say. But you can kill early, or not early, just if any Belmont, if the Fire Emblem, anyone with a bad recovery, you get egg lay them, and Yoshi's positioned on ledge, you lick them up, and the egg falls off the ledge. You can mash as hard as you want. You can't escape the egg before you're like at the blast zone, and that's messed up. So that's like one of his kill options that he never had, and it's ridiculous. Also, down B goes through platforms now, and it's quick, and it does a lot of damage. So I mean, Yoshi's crazy. He used to be trash, and I love him now. I love it. Nathan, would you ever do a stream of Tropical Freeze similar to your 3D World videos? That is one I want to touch in a video eventually. I want to touch the Donkey Kong Country series as a whole and how it's changed. Like, SQLite is that shit. That's kind of how I want to go about it. Like, because how it's changed. Because they were crude and hard back in the day. They were fun, but they were crude and hard. Camera was too close. It felt like you were stuck. And they did get better over time, but, you know, we gotta be honest. Like, the first game is the one that was the most popular, I believe. Unless Diddy Kong's Quest was more. Or Diddy's Kong Quest. I forget what the actual title is at the time. But I do love Tropical Freeze. Mark Brown did an amazing video on Tropical Freeze. Encompassing all of how I feel about the game, and when you look at it, it's beautiful. So I recommend watching that video. Rug05. How are you liking JoJo Part 5 so far? I think I missed 2 episodes. Overall, I like the aesthetic. I like the credits theme. I like the opening theme. The animation style and the style of the characters. Super JoJo. I love that. I just like the style because everything... A lot of anime and a lot of shows, I find they just stick to traditional norms. So that's why I really appreciate JoJo. It mixes it up every season. Or every volume. What do they call it? Season? I don't know what they call it in the manga, but you know what I mean. Wayward Son. Have you had any characters that you've been surprised you enjoyed in Ultimate so far? Yoshi. Yoshi, for sure, I'm surprised I've been enjoying. Chrom as well, because I don't care about Chrom, like Fire Emblem. I have no attachment to the series. Chrom, love playing. But that's not surprising, because I like playing Marth in Melee. I like the idea. I didn't like Lucina in Smash 4 because I didn't like the game. But all the swordsmen I like playing. There must be someone else I really enjoyed. Whew, Yoshi for sure, because Yoshi is mad fun to play. Like, he just feels like everything connects, and some people are like, oh, you don't have to try with Yoshi. It's like, well, he's fun. Bowser as well is fun. I can't think of anyone else I'm playing a lot. Isabelle I really wish I liked, but she's just not good. She's mostly a meme character at this point. Alright, moving on. Jackson. Hey, a buddy of mine is quite the creator himself, and he was wondering how I format my scripts. Whew, that's a question and a half. I have to do like a behind-the-scenes something for that, so if I'm just gonna be like general, because I can't really get too into it, it's one of those things you have to see and show, but if I'm just presenting it like how I am right now, I start with bullet points. I start with headers, topics. So if the topic was the menus video, I guess, I would start with, okay, what parts of the menu do I want to talk about? I want to talk about the top menu. I want to talk about how the selection has changed from rules to stages to like character select. I want to talk about the sub menus. So I would organize those as headings, and then in those headings I would do bullet points for each, short bullet points. Then once that's selected and I have everything I want to say in the video and it's organized, because once you have those headers, you can kind of just move them if they fit better in other locations. And before I really write it and make it flow, it's best to do that. Then once I'm happy with that, I go at it. I remove the bullet points, I flesh out those bullet points into sentences, and I really just, what's the fucking word? Justify everything center. I do it in Consolas font, 12-point font, yeah, I think that's it. If I have live action stuff, I usually color that a different color, so it's like green, so I know, okay, this is a live action thing, I don't record it in the booth. If I've recorded it, I think I can color it red or something. I do some coloring. Color coding saves lives. Remember that. J Brooks, I have to go home in a month and not play Persona 5. How do I avoid spoilers and the need to look up a Let's Play to see what happens? Don't. I don't know. It's not a popular game anymore, so you're not going to be seeing it everywhere, thankfully. Just self-control, if that's what you're trying to go at. I don't know. One dude, one fear. No fear. One fear. I don't know if you know the meme, but that's what I think of when I see your name. What are your thoughts on the preferred rules thing on the online mode in Smash Ultimate? So I think you asked this before they updated it. I haven't had a problem where I got into 4-player matches for a while. So for me, it's been going okay. The only problem I have with it is every goddamn character that plays a projectile user or a swordsman, they take me to Final Destination every time, to stock. And I'm like, why? Final Destination is trash! And you're a projectile user! And I play Ganondorf or someone with not a lot of projectiles, so it's like, you just basically stage struck me to the worst possible stage. Get that 2 times in a row, and I'm like, okay. Like, you're just making this unfun. You were purposefully making this unfun. Why? Is this fun for you? I don't... Anyways. What are my thoughts? Oh, Control T. What are my thoughts on the Discord platform itself? I am going to be honest with all of you who are watching this. I don't use Discord too much myself. Not really. The only times I use it are really for chatting with friends in another Discord. Like, just as, like, you know, how Skype would be used. Like, group calls. When we're playing games. I don't really care much for the actual text chatting, and I only really do it for my 2 servers, not really the public one, because I just don't have the time, and I don't have the interest. It's not, like, anyone's fault, it's just me. So, the Discord platform, in my opinion, though, really good, really well made. It's just only going to continue growing as the years go by, and they're really community-based, which I really appreciate by them. So they have great developers, and yeah, it's a great platform. Great! And the updates they make are based off of the requests by the users, which is a like godsend in this age, because it feels like no one ever listens. Like, whew. But yes, I love Discord. I really do. I think we're reaching the bottom here. Kirby Cafe 2018, Mr. Wowzers, or Werby. What do you think about Global Smash Power? I have no goddamn idea what that is. I don't even know how it's ranked. I just try winning and hopefully I get to Elite Smash, so. I didn't know what it meant in Smash 4 either. Like, I don't know how it's built, so I don't really care to, like, game it, so I don't know. June, who's the second best Persona 5 girl? Also, when do you plan on playing P3 because it's super good? Second best? Futaba's the most interesting of them. She's just funny. I always like when she's on screen or talking, because she's ripping on Yusuke, she's ripping on you, she's just hilarious. She's just funny. Like, not even, like, romantically interested, because Makoto, like, hyperbole. It's a lot of hyperbole where I'm like, oh, she's best girl. She's just cool. She has the cool-ass motorcycle, Johanna. It's like, yo, she's badass. And I like the whole idea where she was, like, a studious person. She was trying to fit within the rules of the world, but then she's like, fuck it! Everyone's a piece of shit! And it's like, yeah, I love that. An, truthfully, I don't really hate An. She's just kind of boring, like her story. Takemi is the coolest story, I honestly believe, but, like, you know, she's just cool. Kawakami, she's just cute. Yeah. Futaba's just the funniest, like, character-wise. And I'm forgetting about the Haru because... Oh, I'm gonna grow some plants. Ooh, wow, look at me. You can't even find me because I'm on the roof. I did not advance her at all because I was like, oh, you exist. Whoops. And last, but certainly last... Let me retry. Last but certainly not least, Citto. Of all the games you would have expected to have sequels, but have not had any announcements yet revealing planned development. Wait. Have not had any official announcements yet revealing planned development or more. Which ones would you be most interested in and or excited to get an official reveal? Well, I think the obvious one is Strikers, because you guys know that I'm really into Strikers. Really excited to play any sort of Strikers sequel. If they advance Charge or just remake Charged, honestly. I loved that game. It was so good. Good character selection, good character abilities. It actually had depth, which is rare, at least at the time, for a Mario sports game, and I really just loved playing it. Me and my friends played that for hours on end. Like, just going at it, winning. And I know it's kind of like you could cheese goals, but it was a fun game. So Strikers is probably my #1 most wanted new game, and I'm trying to think because there's probably more, right? Breath of the Wild sequel, like I really want another Zelda game like that for sure. I'm trying to think which ones would be in development, because like a Mario soccer game, they have to know, like Switch, soccer is the most popular game on earth. I still have the argument, it's like, you still have no Mario Strikers, why? I need to make a sequel to that video because I'm like, Nintendo, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Let me look back, this is how I do it. I look back, oh, a Banjo sequel, that probably will never happen, that would be fun. Truth be told, maybe a new Donkey Kong, because Tropical Freeze is the last one. That's probably in development, actually. There's no way, right? Because Tropical Freeze was on Wii U. And they ported it, sure, but yeah, a new Donkey Kong is probably going to happen. A new Mario Maker? It's possible. I mean, I am literally just looking here. Like, what would they do? Yeah, I guess a new Paper Mario as well. Like, Color Splash was what? Out in 2016 towards the end? I might have my numbers wrong. I think that's what it is, because I remember playing it and being like, oh, this is hot trash. And I was not happy with it, so, yeah. But Color, maybe it was 2017. Yeah, I think it was late 2016. I'm not even sure anymore. Ooh, baby. And I would say Undertale, but Deltarune just came out, so there's that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that's all the questions. That is all the questions. I did actually get through all of them. I was going to say if I ever passed one, then I wasn't going to say it, just because it's not appropriate, or I don't feel like sharing something too deeply personal. None of you guys really go that way, so I mean, I'm thankful. You respect like my personal privacy, and you ask about stuff that I can actually talk about. Yes, this is going to be the new format. If you don't like it, tell me. Like, this is for you. If you prefer the text version, because, like, I mean, I can at you, that's probably the better thing. In this, you have to watch through all of them and listen, which might be nice. It might be nice. It might be nice. I don't know. Yeah, 22 minutes answering your goddamn questions. You guys are trash. Kidding. Anyways, that is it for me. See you next week with a video. Then the review, and then I'm out. I'm peacing out. And you guys will not even hear from me. I won't even say I'm gone, because I'll be already out the door. Okay. Have a good weekend, everybody. Or I guess the weekend's over. Have a good week. Have a good Monday. Love you guys.